Hi, everybody. I'm Amanda. This is Kevin
Hi there.
with A. Smith Gallery, and we're here today to talk about the Juror exhibition, Imagined.
And the juror was Susan Burnstine,
That is correct.
and she did a wonderful job of picking the images.
She always does. This is the
Uh,
second time we've done it with her.
yes,
Yeah. You want to read her statement?
I would love to.
Okay.
During a time when creativity is being strangled by social media, computerization, and the endless stresses of the world, these artists reach beyond those limitations to invite viewers into a space where memory, possibility, and perception converge. The 38 selected photographs reframe everyday moments into open-ended narratives that invite us to reconsider possibilities and through diverse techniques from happenstance portraits to abstracted landscapes and experimental processes, encourage the viewer to look deeper into each mysterious world. Together, these photographs celebrate creative risk and invite ongoing interpretation, reminding us that imagination is not merely an escape, but a vital way of seeing. I celebrate and offer thanks to everyone who submitted and to those who were selected to exhibit. Thank you for the privilege of experiencing each of your uniquely inspired worlds, Susan. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Well said.
Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you like to see the images?
I would. I've seen them before, but let's show them to everybody else.
Okay, why don't we do that? Here we go.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, we're starting off with a really cool image.
That's a beautiful
This is a
image.
great start. So this image is by Abby Raeder, I'm sorry, Abby Raeder, and we gave her the Director's Award for this image. And it is part of the 27. And the title of it is, I'm going to screw it up. I get tongue-tied saying that.
Phantom, Phantasmagorical.
There you go.
Phantasmagorical and the Enchanted Forest.
Well, that's the next one.
Oh, okay.
So this is just Phantasmagorical.
That's beautiful.
And the next one is her image entitled The Enchanted
That's
Forest,
really nice.
also part of the 27. She has some words to say about her work in general. She had On Landscape magazine contacted her and they wanted to do a portrait of a photographer and they interviewed her. And here's a quote from that magazine article by Matt Payne.
Okay.
Right there, Kevin.
The dreamlike quality that defines Abby's photographs is not a stylistic affectation. It grows out of a deeply contemplative way of being in the world. Her relationship with the landscape is rooted in stillness and slowing down enough for subtle transitions to reveal themselves. Her process mirrors meditation more than pursuit. Presence comes first, the camera follows. Seen together, her images form less a portfolio than a visual meditation. They remind us that photography can be a quiet practice, one that teaches us how to linger, how to listen, how to become more fully present to what is already here. Beautifully said.
It's really, really nice.
Yes, indeed. Goes along with the nice photograph.
So I hadn't looked at On Landscape magazine.
I'm not familiar with that either.
Neither. Gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Abby. Those are really wonderful. Next we have Aubrey Guthrie. Aubrey lives in Hurst, Texas. The title of this is Self-Exam, and it is part of the 27.
Nice image, Aubrey.
It is a very nice
Well
image.
done. That is on Lake Pontchartrain, I assume.
I think that's a good bet,
Aubrey lives close to the Pontchartrain.
although Hurst is not next to that
Well, Hearst is in another area entirely.
in another state.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful image, Aubrey.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Thanks. So we've got two images here by Bill Polkinghorn, who lives in El Centro, California. This first one is called Before the Ocean Spoke. What a great title.
And it's a great image.
It is a great image.
I love the fact that the figure just kind of blends in with the landscape.
Yeah.
And it's a little tiny thing.
He submitted, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 images that all kind of had the same mood about them. Yeah, look and mood. And his next one is also part of that series. Well, I call it a series. It may not be, but it should be. This is called, oh boy, I'm gonna let you say this first.
Ozymandias.
There you go.
It's if I remember correctly, it is a poem. That's the title of a poem by Shelley. I think that's correct. And I can't remember what the poem is about, but that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It's just cool.
It looks like a drawing.
It does. Yeah.
They both do.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
They're quite lovely. Thank you, Bill. So here we have an image by Bridget Burkhardt, who lives in Switzerland. It is called At Peace, and it is part of the 27. And it is At Peace. That's a good title for it. And I really, really enjoyed that. I sequenced the catalog for all these images, and this just had to be the last one.
It's nice. Very nice.
It is very nice.
It's a sunset, so it would naturally be the last one, right?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. So Brian Galgano, who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. The title of this is 3/17/2017. And it is part of the 27.
Nice. And Brian has a whole series of images similar to this that relate to the experiences in his life that are really, really wonderful. Brian's a very thoughtful character, and he works for Atlanta
Photography Group.
Right.
Yeah. We just did a little review thing with them. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Way to go, Brian.
Very cool. Thank you, Brian. So my old friend Carol Sarur. Carol lives in San Marcos, Texas. We were both on the TPS board of directors way back when. And the title of this is The Pelican in the Room, and it is part of the 27.
Good one, Carol.
I love the title.
She has gotten really good with these images. Carol is an animal lover, obviously, and she's taken some really nice images.
And some of those, I'm sure, were in her backyard, like the fox and the raccoon.
Yeah. I doubt the elephant.
I don't think so, and probably not the
And I don't
pelican
think
either.
that's in her house either. Good job, Carol.
Yeah, it's nice. Thank you, Carol. So next we have an image by Catherine Carter. This is called To Fly, and it is part of the 27. She lives in Chapel Hill, North Carolina.
It's a fairy tale.
It is a fairy tale.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's kind of what she tries to create.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot.
We did a gallery talk with her. So if you want to know more about her, go look at that gallery talk. And also all these people, a lot of them have websites. So you can see more of their work there. And a lot of them have Instagram accounts.
Right.
Check it out. All that information is on our website. So the next two images are by Dana Eisenberg. Dana lives in Highland Park, Illinois. This particular one is called Untitled Number 11.
These are nice for the like paintings.
They are. Yeah.
Nice colors.
Yeah. And the second one is Untitled Number 16, and it is part of the 27.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I like that. The colors are great.
Yeah, the colors are really nice. Yeah,
very cool. I like this right here.
Good job, Dana. So next, Dennis Hagen. Dennis lives in Hiawatha, Iowa. This is called Fusion Mono, and it is part of the 27. And he's got some words to say about that.
It's a fascinating image because there's so much to look at, and it's hard to grasp anything.
Yeah, you wonder, what is this?
Like a science fiction. Yeah.
This is kind of what his work.
Yeah.
This is what he does. Let's put it that way.
Fusion Mono, I think is the name of the body of work, right?
What's the name of the image?
That's the name of the image. Okay. This is a digital photo collage. The figure was borrowed from another series I created, and it was combined with photos of pillars under a bridge, a sunset, clouds, and the chrome carburetor on a Pontiac GTO. That's great. There are at least 24 variations in my files, and I have no idea why these specific photos came together. The color version has won awards in other shows, but I also like this black and white version. Thank you to Susan Burnstine for including me in the show. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
It is.
I mean, it just sucks you into it.
Yeah. Good job. Thank you, Dennis. So this beautiful image is by another Dennis Seegers. It's called Silence. It's a great title for that. It is part of the 27. He lives in Carmel, California, and he has a few words to say about that image.
Very nice. Oh, and I like this story is great. Mana and the Spirit of the Land. I first visited the Kalawipua fish ponds. I know I didn't say that right. Fish ponds out of curiosity. I later learned to approach them with reverence. Located among modern resorts along Hawaii's Big Island, Kona Coast, these ponds have ancient origins. Still functioning today, they remain a remarkable example of sustainable farming. But they aren't just a technological achievement, they are a physical manifestation of a sacred promise. This was the work of a people who saw themselves not as owners, but as stewards, living in a reciprocal relationship with the earth that nourished them. The early settlers of these islands saw the land as more than a scenic backdrop. It was sacred, alive with spirit and meaning. Mana, this unseen spiritual energy that connected human, natural, and divine forces, was believed to flow through every element of their environment. Mana was concentrated not only in nature's grandest scenes, but also in quiet, still places. Indeed, this place has a spirit. It runs slow and deep, like the lava that flows beneath one's feet. You feel it the minute you step off the plane and your pulse slows and blood pressure drops. In this series, I aim to capture Hawaii's essence as it might have been first witnessed by ancient Polynesians, to reveal the land's profound spirituality beyond its vivid hues. I've chosen to strip away the distraction of color, slow to the land's heartbeat, and immerse myself more deeply in the quiet, intimate scenes around me. I've printed the images in this series using the traditional platinum palladium process. Its rich tonal depth and tactile warmth reflect the landscape's sublime character, while the timeless quality of the prints echoes the land's ancient soul. Really, really well said.
Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very meditative.
absolutely. Very nice. Thank you so much. So we have a couple of, couple images here by Dora Dewin. Dora lives in Cupertino, California. This particular one is entitled Distance, and it is part of the 27. It's so it's a collage and there's threads there. I mean, you can see where she's done it together. She's got some words about this too.
Very nice creative piece. Visually, it's nice the way she combined the different elements.
So do you want to read about this one first? There it is right there.
Okay.
Okay.
Distance. Distance is not merely separation. It is the space where longing lives between who I am and what I reach for. A torn place, old seams, unfinished grief, threads that still hold the weight of yesterday. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice.
So that one is part of the 27. And her second one is called Where the Shadows Lean.
And she says, light reaches her, but shadows remain soft and quiet. An individual space between longing and belonging, between what stays and what disappears. Great.
Wow.
Yeah. These are both very well done.
I'm wondering if this is a body of work.
It kind of feels like it.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you, Dawn.
Excuse me.
I'm having the same problem. Okay, an image by Edward L. Rubin. Ed lives in Los Angeles, and this is called Zuma Station Twilight.
It's a beautiful image. The colors are just fantastic.
Uh-huh.
And then all that sparkly starlight.
Yeah, we did a gallery talk with Ed. I don't know, not too long ago.
Yeah.
And it's on the website. It's about his mannequin moment.
Yeah.
So go back and look at that. He's an interesting guy.
Ed's a great guy and a very talented, creative fellow.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Ed. So Ellen Carey lives in Hartford, Connecticut. This particular image is called, wait a minute, I'm going to find it. Dings and Shadows, and it is part of the 27. And she's got some words here about this image. They're not her words. This is a statement by Doug Chinnery. Doug's been a juror for us. He and his partner, Val the Bailey, are they're kind of famous for their ICM and their workshops. And they have a website called Find Your Voice. And here's what Doug, who is a very good writer, has to say about her.
I have amended this just a little bit. It's really long. The morning found me daydreaming once again, idly gazing through the rain, dissolving the window dissolving the window of my studio. The day was typically Hebridean, Drake, all mizzle, smudge, and smur, turning the world into a liquid green-gray Frankenthaler. Wow. I was brought back to reality by the ping of an email landing in my inbox from my good friend Ellen Carey, sharing one of her creative photogram adventures entitled Dings and Shadows. Immediately, the direct day brightened considerably. My eyes moved from the image on my screen to the view from my window and back again. I instinctively looked for a horizon. Years of standing out in weather have trained me to seek that dividing line where light changes its mind. Here there is no such line, yet my body looks for it anyway and finds instead a band of dense violet, a quiet pressure behaving like a sky while refusing to describe one. Below it, color begins to move. Orange and yellow flare as if something molten has been poured and abruptly held. The surface does not lie flat. It buckles and lifts. I read these planes the way I might trace the low folds of North Uist after a winter storm. Each ridge a record of past pressure. But these fields are not earth. They are the memory of light-sensitive paper. Somehow I marvel at her process, rumpled, crumpled, distressed in darkness, riven by light. The title stays with me. Dings suggests damage, a dent in metal, a knocked edge on a boat, a small bruise from ordinary handling. In this image, the dings are the creases that break the smooth plane where the paper admits it as a history. Shadows gather in the valleys between ridges where color deepens into green and bruised purple. They are not cast by trees or buildings. They belong solely to the act of making, to the brief geometry of paper, a vital and sensitive hand in the dark room. What becomes clear is that light here is not revealing a subject, it is the subject. There is no outside scene to decode, no comforting hook to reassure us. Habit tries to impose landscape, ridge lines, slopes, weather fronts, but every time I think I recognize something, the image slips away, asking to be met on its own terms. In this, it feels close to early cameraless experiments, the photograms of Moholy-Nagy or Man Ray, where light, object, and paper form their own stage. Yet Carey's stage is stripped back even further. The object has collapsed into the paper itself. In the end, the damage implied by dings feels less like a wound and more like a method. By interrupting the paper, denying it the comfort of flatness, Carey makes room for light to behave differently, for shadows to articulate new forms. The so-called imperfection becomes the engine of the image. The ding allows the shadow defines the plane carries the color, and the color finally reaches us. Sitting here now with dings and shadows, I don't feel I'm looking at a static object so much as arriving at the site of a recent event. The print holds that charged interval after something has happened, but before its energy has fully dispersed, it invites us to stay there a little longer, to look without rushing to name, to let folds, dings, and shadows do their slower work. Doug Shinnery. My goodness, that's just incredibly beautiful. I don't think I've ever read an explanation or a description of a photograph that's better than that.
Really?
That's really wonderful. Wow.
Wow.
So what a testament that is to that image to have inspired that.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very,
Wow.
very, very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ellen, for giving us
Yeah,
Doug's word.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's really wonderful. Yeah, thanks a lot. So we have another Ellen here. This is Ellen Zimmerman. This is called Fairy Tale Woods. It is part of the 27. Ellen lives in Winchester, Virginia, and she has some words to say about that.
I really like this image.
Yeah, I like that too.
Ever since reading stories to my children and grandchildren by such forces as Maurice Sendak, Crockett Johnson, and Ezra Jack Keats, I have felt a yearning to create images that belong in magical stories of adventure and tales of journeys to wondrous places. Fairy Tale Woods fit into this magical adventure category for me, and upon reflection, the last two people who purchased prints are both leaders in their fields, music and past life regression therapy. I think the image takes them back to childhood innocence when the world seemed vast and life's smallest details felt miraculous. Yes, indeed. That's a really wonderful image.
Yeah, there's a lot to look at.
The voice of that red is just
exactly.
absolutely perfect. Yeah.
It is perfect. Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Ellen.
Wow.
Another magical image here. This is by Honey J. Walker. She lives in London, and this is called Colors of Bubbles. It's part of the 27, and she has some very nice words to say about that.
The Colors of Bubbles is a representational image from my time camping and living alongside the Suri tribe in the mountains of Ethiopia. They were a proud people living in harsh conditions where life is short on modern day comforts that we take for granted. There is no electricity or plumbed water, no medical center, no local supermarket. Education is rudimentary, roads are dirt tracks, and time has stood still for generations. They are a tough people to get to know. Everything is transactional. Before I visited the tribe, I did some research on what I could take to them, which might be beneficial. The obvious was medical supplies, crayons, and notebooks for the children. I wanted to take something that might bring joy just for the sake of it. I came up with the idea of bubble wands, light to carry and easy to use. 45 bubble wands went into my luggage. It was an inspired idea. None of the tribe had ever seen anything like it. Every member from the tribe, from the elderly chief to the warriors with their AK-47s to the mothers, children, and babies, stopped what they were doing and crowded around these sticks of magic. As they took hold of the wands and blew iridescent bubbles in the air, the whole tribe shrieked with delight and ran around chasing bubbles like small children. It was the most precious moment where everyone was happy and I was the bringer of magic, a truly special memory.
That's
Oh,
really
that's just fantastic. Wow. And what a great image. Yeah. Thanks for creating that magic, honey. That's wonderful.
Yeah, no kidding. Really lovely. Thank you, honey. So we're going to move on here. We've got two images here by Iveta Lazdina, who lives in Latvia. So this first one is entitled Almost Returning, and it is part of the 27.
It's a really nice image.
Just
Yeah,
gorgeous.
It really is.
Well, wait till you see the next one.
So this is this ICM? How did she
No,
produce it?
she's just magical.
Yeah.
Well, her next image, she actually got the Jurors Award for, and we will get to talk to her about this work.
Yeah, this is a stunning image. It's just, it has so many visual references. It's like old 16th century paintings. It's like expressionism. It's like contemporary abstract expressionism. It's just fabulous.
So she's got a little statement to say about, probably about both works. She can start right there with word.
Almost every day, the familiar begins to shift, subtly yet irrevocably. My surroundings appear almost frozen, yet beneath the surface, something is changing. I perceive my environment through a distance that resists clarity, where what is seen remains open and unstable, alongside a growing concern for where these shifts are leading, carrying a fear that resists definition, yet a persistent urge to continue. This is intensified by the experience of losing consciousness during a moment of profound physical vulnerability. This work gives form to an eternal state in which certainty dissolves. Rather than offering answers, the images sustain uncertainty. Through multi-layered photographs with handmade monoprints, I respond physically to what is unfolding, negotiating how far instability can enter the surface. Very, very nice. So she's combined photography and monoprints, and that's probably what she did on this previous to get that effect.
Perhaps so.
I don't know.
Yeah. So they're both part of a project that she calls the Familiar Obscured.
Well, she is in Latvia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Very, very, very nice.
Absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to talk to you more. Judy Brown.
Judy knocked it out of the park on this one.
So Judy Brown is a Texan, but she lives in Natick. I don't know, how do you say that? Natick, Massachusetts. And this is called My Granny on My Back, and it is part of the 27. And she's got a few words to say about that, right? There, Kevin.
I'd like to thank John Hames for his RISD evening course in digital photography, which inspired this photograph and others, and to thank my granny for always being with me. That's great, Judy.
It is great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think they were fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great image.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you, Judy. So this image is by Kari Bishop. Kari lives in Texas, in Granbury, Texas. And this is called Candles Forget Fire, and it is part of the 27.
Yeah, that's very
It is
nice.
stunning.
Yeah.
She does a lot of underwater photography.
Yeah, she's really good
And
at
she
it.
just takes it to another level.
She does some really, really nice work.
Yeah, really, really beautiful. She's doing a leafing class with me this weekend. I can't wait to talk to her more.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Kari.
Then she raised alpacas too.
She does do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she does or someone else. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, alpacas have something.
They're around there. So these next two images are by Kathleen Massey, who lives in Connecticut, New York. This particular one is called Against Time. And her second one, Mr. Tully.
So do I need
That's a hint.
like change?
Yeah, go to the next one.
Well, this is a very nice image.
It's a very nice image.
I really like this.
Yeah, this one is too. This one is called Winter Anatomy. And she does have some words about these.
Still is a sustained observation of the winter landscape, where the absence of foliage reveals a more essential structure. These works focus on the tree as both subject and system, an exposed architecture set against a weathered ground. The images are constructed through a process of layering and reduction. Photographic elements are combined with distressed surfaces, flattening depth and compressing space. The resulting field resists a fixed reading. It is at once atmospheric and the material descriptive and abstract. The tree is held in tension between presence and dissolution. Working in a limited tonal range, I'm interested in how quiet variations, line, density, and surface shape perception over time. The composition slow, looking down. They ask the viewer to remain with subtle shifts rather than immediate resolution. These works are not about the landscape as a sight, but as a condition, something held, altered, and continuously re-seen. Well said.
Yeah, I like the texture in both of them.
Yeah, I do too. But
Yeah.
the color in this is also really well
Mhm.
done.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's really beautiful.
Good.
Thank you, Kathleen. So Kip Harris. Kip Harris lives in Indian Harbor, Nova Scotia. We're going to come visit you one day.
Yeah.
I'd love to go there. The title of this is Chartres Christmas Surprise.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't that great?
Yeah. An expectant kid, right?
You know,
Is he waiting for Christmas?
There's feet there.
Yeah, there are. Oh, you're right. I'm just now seeing that. Wait a minute. That alters the whole
That
thing.
changes everything.
Wow. Are we dummies that we didn't see that before?
No.
That's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
That really explains that kid's expression.
Well, it's a Christmas surprise. So.
Well, I don't think he wanted that for Christmas.
No.
Great one. That's great.
Thank you, Kip. That's really good. So here we go. This is Max Heine, who lives in Decatur, Georgia. And this is called Spiral Galaxy.
Yeah, it's a beautiful image.
It's got a few little words right there.
This image is a composite of 3 shots of the flowers taken at different angles. I hadn't envisioned the spiral effect, but the composite strongly suggests it, so I did further edits to enhance that.
Cool.
Well, nicely done.
You know, I don't like yellow, but I like yellow there.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. Then we have the rabbits. I mean, we both kind of went, oh, rabbits, this is nice. This is an image by Michelle Schoenberg, who lives in Houston, Texas.
I really like this one.
This is called Passerby, and it is part of the 27.
It's a very mysterious image.
It is. I love that it's black and white.
Yeah, that helps making it work.
Yeah.
Yep. Good one.
Makes me want to do an image with rabbits.
Goodness.
Probably going to happen. Thank you, Michelle. So Perry Hambright. Perry's had work in before. This is called Casualty Collection Day. It is part of the 27. Perry lives in Santa Barbara, California, and he does have a statement.
Okay. This is great. While studying for his BFA in photography in fine art at Rochester Institute of Technology, Perry Hambright started adding additional imagery to photographs. These added components would always need and still need to make the original scene more provocative and meaningful to the artist, whether that meaning is deliberate and obvious or not. Often there is no explicit reason for an added element to impart new or altered ideas. Always drawn to the surrealism of Magritte, Dali, Escher, Ullsman, those classic album covers by Hypnosis and many others, Hambright began to shape his aesthetics along those lines. He has built a large body of contemporary photography, primarily featuring marriages between sharp, uncomplicated, pleasing composed scenes and striking surrealistic additions. The artist's process goes wherever his subconscious takes him from the time he photographs a scene until carefully compositing and manipulating it digitally. Once he feels a particular combination begins to satisfy an inner vision, he continues to refine the amalgamated work until the blend meshes seamlessly so as to best convey the artist's vision while also suspending disbelief. For Hambright, the make or break test is the impact and feeling the final communicates when viewed as a quality print. Unlike dreamlike fantasy or otherworldly sci-fi looks, his style is particularly honest and straightforward, which he calls simply surreal. His works, which often show gigantic life forms or strange objects or other unexpected elements, are meant to delight or surprise, or cause one to think or feel just a bit deeper. Hambright's conceptual photographs generally juxtapose the beauty of nature's bounty with fun or interesting or even bizarre additional components he either specifically created for or just came upon. The aim is for his art to bring about inquisitive thoughts and spark viewers' imaginations as well as please the eye. All right. Cool. I love this.
Yeah, it's fun.
And they're really well put together.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Yeah.
He's had numerous like them before. Yeah. Very cool. Thank you. So now we're moving on to Ronald Butler. This is called Changes Come and Go. It is part of the 27. Ron lives in New York, and he always has interesting words to say about his images.
Ron is a very creative man.
There you go.
Changes come and go, and I know what was before our oblivion, now looking back from dream, awareness blossoming, endings slip away, still carrying my memories more real than all that came afterward. Good one, Ron.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Very cool.
I would like to live in your head for about a week. Don't close it up.
Thank you, Ron.
We'll see you.
Okay, this is Seth Mayer. He lives in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And this is called Petals of Perception, and it is part of the 27.
I think it's just really interesting. I'm just adding that real simple element and choosing the right colors really makes that image.
It really does. Very nice. Cool. Thanks, Seth.
I'm in control of this one.
Yes, you are. Okay, Susan Isaacson. Susan lives in Glencoe, Illinois. And this particular image is called Cloud Wing, and it is part of the 27.
She has a real nice body of work that this is part of.
She's currently working on. Yeah, this is really nice.
Very nice. She's done a really nice job of combining the imagery.
Yeah, very cool. And our second one is called The Head and the Heart. We did a little review with her maybe last week.
Yep.
And it was this series. So there's a lot more of them, and they're really beautiful.
Yep.
Her color palette is perfect.
Yes, it is.
Really nice.
Good
Her
job.
words about it. Oh, I should have printed that out. Her words about the series are quite nice too.
Well done.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Susan. So this image is entitled Discovery. It's part of the 27. It's by Susan Lyricus, who lives in Center Sandwich, New Hampshire. This particular image is a Polaroid emulsion transfer, in case you didn't know.
It's beautiful.
Isn't that nice? I love that.
Nice gauzy effect.
Yeah, I'm glad you put this in because I think
So is that called a transfer or a lift? I get confused.
it's a transfer.
Okay, what is the difference?
Okay, so you start out and you make a Polaroid,
Yeah,
kind of like what Susan had in hers,
right.
but then you
You let
put
the
it in hot water
and let the
and
emulsion.
let the emulsion come off, and it gets
Right.
all
But then
crispy up.
that's the same thing you do with a.
No,
Okay.
a transfer, you make your image
Okay.
and you peel it apart before it develops. And you take the
Okay.
squishy side that you throw away and you put it down on
You
paper
actually transfer.
and you
Yeah,
transfer.
yeah,
Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
Got it.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all a lot of fun. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Susan. So Terry Frischman. Terry lives in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And the title of this is Hot Pink.
It's just a great abstract expressionist painting.
It is.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's part of the 27th. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Choice of pink was good.
Yeah, I like this. Thank you, Terry. Then we have Wright Shickley. This is called Claustrophobic. When I think about that, it kind of freaks me out. But this is part of the 27, and he's from Palo Alto, California, and he has some words to say. He's part of the Bay Area Photo Club, and I'm sure I got the name of it wrong, but they have a little newsletter and they all write about when they get into something.
Right.
And this is what he wrote about the image for them. So you can, yeah.
Wright says this is a single exposure, not a multi-exposure, composite or constructed image. I captured in the wild at Stanford Shopping Center in Palo Alto. Upon close inspection, I noticed a handprint on a small part of a sculpture that stood out because of the lighting and texture in the temporarily stained metal. I was fortunate to have a monochrome camera with me. After staring at the resulting photo for a long time, I imagined being claustrophobic and trapped inside a tight space, scratching away in an attempt to get out into the open, windswept fields of grain. Wow. Yeah, I see it now. Yeah,
Kinda freak you out.
that is kind of freaky.
Yeah,
Twilight Zone.
it is.
Good job. Well done, right?
Yeah, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you.
So last but not least, we've got two images here by Ziad El Zatawi. This particular one, he lives in Houston, by the way. This is called Color Bubbles, and he has some words to say about this one. Ziad is a doctor, and we talked to him at the hospital. Remember?
Oh, we sure did. Yeah, you're right.
So this is the color bubbles.
Okay.
Right there.
Color Bubbles combines a close-up photograph of the water in a colored thermal pool in Yellowstone National Park and a photograph of common soap bubbles. We can't really tell what the bubbles are not naturally occurring in the colored water. Bubbles can happen in any body of water. Yet the waters of Yellowstone are quite unique and rare, and soap bubbles are quite ordinary, everyday things. But nature is present in both the extraordinary and the ordinary. There's only one nature no matter where you look. Here are the original photos I used to create. Well, y'all can't see that.
You can't see 'em.
Never mind. Yeah, to me, it's the texture and the color that I really love about
Mhm.
this one.
Yeah, the colors are really nice.
Okay, now the next one. This
The
is the
next
last one.
It's called Succulent Pumpkin.
Yeah, we talked to him about this.
We did.
This is great. Succulent Pumpkin combined a photo of a small orange pumpkin centered from a top view and a photo of a succulent plant also photographed from the same perspective. The pumpkin and succulent both share a rounded shape and radial symmetry. This similarity lets us combine the two into one imagined plant, a succulent pumpkin. The radially arranged grooves and spikes of the succulent merge with the radial grooves of the pumpkin. The combined object looks like something nature could have actually created, as radial symmetry is a recurrent pattern in many of nature's creations. The brown background of the image is also a blend of the wooden table on which the pumpkin was placed and the brown soil on which the succulent was placed. The original individual images of the pumpkin and the succulent plant are, oh, I did it again. You can't see it. Very nice. And these are very creative.
He's a pathologist?
I think
Did I make that up?
Radiologist went. Never mind, I don't know.
He looks through a microscope all day.
Yeah, maybe a pathologist.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a very creative individual.
Yeah,
and an interesting
absolutely.
fellow to talk to.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
I
you.
think that's it, isn't it?
I think that's the last one.
Well,
Yes.
darn.
Well, that was fun.
It was fun. Well, we want to thank everybody that entered, and thank Susan for picking a wonderful show.
We do.
And we greatly appreciate everybody's support of the great gallery and their tremendous creativity.
And just remember that on our website, you can find their websites, a link to their websites, and also their Instagram accounts. So I'm going to post every single one of these images, and whichever image gets the most likes on Instagram wins the Visitors Award. So
very good.
Vote.
Okay.
And one last thing.
What?
Did you know it's the gallery's anniversary?
Today is?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
It's our 16th anniversary.
Is that today?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, why don't we have a cake or something?
Well, we should have a cake.
Why didn't you at least tell me?
You're supposed to just keep up.
Happy anniversary to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Okay.
Well.
And we'll post the address at the end if you want to send gifts.
No, don't. No gifts, please.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Be safe and be happy out there.
Next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.